Good morning, everyone. Fujitsu is delighted to welcome the Prime Minister to this Solihull campus, which is an integral part of the company in the UK, from which we deliver some of our world-class IT systems that keep both the public and private sector running. I am Pawita Rana. I've been with the business for 22 years, and I'm proud to say I started my career as an apprentice not that long ago. Fujitsu is committed to being the best high technology employer of young people in the UK. As one of UK's leading IT companies, we are proud of the multiple opportunities we have created for over 600 individuals over the last 4 years. We live in an increasingly digital first world, be that mobile devices or the Internet of Things. This means technology has to be at the heart of our economy. So our people need to have highly skilled roles and ones where we help them succeed to have a successful career in this growing sector, and this is something we, Fujitsu, are very proud of. Through our award-winning enterprise apprenticeship scheme, graduation programme and ongoing recruitment of under-25s, we believe it's very important to offer opportunities to talented young people. We are one of the highest rated employers of apprentices in the UK, and in September we will be one of the first to offer degree level apprenticeships. We applaud the efforts of the government in making it easier for businesses to employ young people, in particular with the abolition of employer national insurance contribution for apprentices under the age of 25. This makes it easier for any business to employ apprentices, indeed small businesses who are such a vital role for Fujitsu's supply chain. This is good for skills, good for young people, good for business, and ultimately good for our economy. For this reason, Fujitsu is promising to create 750 new opportunities for young people under the age of 25 over the next 5 years. We believe it is our responsibility to create real opportunities for young people across the UK where they can make a real difference. We, Fujitsu, are proud in this exciting time in UK's technology industry to enable young people to be part of this. Thank you very much. And now can I welcome the Prime Minister.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for that introduction and that welcome, and it's great to be here at Fujitsu. Great to be here in the West Midlands. Fingers crossed, actually everything crossed for the FA Cup game on Sunday, obviously. But it really is great to hear what you're doing in terms of investing in our country, providing jobs in our country, and these 750 opportunities that you're going to be providing. So thank you for what you do. Now, on Tuesday, at our manifesto launch, I said the Conservative Party is the party of working people in our country. And today proves my point. The figures are in. The employment numbers are published today. And the plain fact is this: Britain has created over 2 million jobs in the past 5 years. That is 1,000 jobs every day we've been in government. More jobs created here in the UK than in the 27 other countries of the European Union put together. We are officially the jobs factory of Europe. They are actually the figures today, out just at 9:30 this morning, a remarkable set of figures. And here are some highlights. 250,000 more people found work in our country in the last 3 months. We've got more people in work in our country than ever before in our history, hitting 31 million people in work for the first time. The claimant count, that's the number of people claiming unemployment benefit every month, that has gone down to the lowest level since 1975. I can barely remember 1975. I think I bought a Bay City Rollers album. It's that long ago. I haven't still got it. Vacancies are up. Earnings are growing ahead of inflation. And let's look at what is down. Long-term unemployment is down. Youth unemployment is down. And over the last year, the unemployment rate in every nation of our country and every region of our country is down. And here are some other things you need to know. There are more women working in our country than at any time in our history. In the past year, we've created work here faster than in any other G7 country. That's faster than the United States, faster than Germany, faster than Japan. And today alone, over 5,000 new jobs are being announced across the country, including the 750 very welcome opportunities here at Fujitsu. We are living through a jobs miracle brought to you by a Conservative government that has backed business, reformed welfare, and rewarded work. But you know what? Today isn't really about the figures. Today is about the people behind them. Each one of these jobs is someone getting a regular wage. Each one is someone getting a fresh start, going home and telling their partner or their family that they've got that job and they can start planning for the future. Having a job is more than a pay packet. It's about self-esteem and purpose. Being out of work can be corrosive to people's confidence. A month out of work and you're nearly broke. 6 months and you're down. A year and you feel like you'll never move on. But then if you get that phone call or that letter that says you're hired, suddenly you're moving forward again. The future looks brighter. And for me, this jobs miracle means even more. It's one of the most important things that's happened in the past 5 years, and it goes to the core of my political beliefs. I'm a Conservative. I believe the most important thing is to help people achieve security in every stage of their lives so people can get on and make something of themselves. The manifesto that we presented this week was thick with plans to help people to buy their own home, to send their child to a great school, to retire with dignity. But all of it was underpinned by plans to help people into work. Why? Well, because that's the bedrock of economic security for so many people. And as long as I'm Prime Minister, I'm going to put job creation front and centre of any government I lead. That's what the Jobs Manifesto, which we're publishing today, is all about. It contains a serious plan for full employment in our country. Among its pages are the guarantee that will keep the employment allowance through to 2020, freeing businesses from at least the first £2,000 of national insurance contributions and helping them to take people on. We will support 3 million new apprenticeships. We'll give businesses the most competitive taxes of any major economy. We'll back small firms with a major business rates review. This is a plan to get 2 million more people into work, to achieve full employment in Britain, a plan to deliver for people who want to work hard and get on in life. Now, while I'm speaking about jobs, there are a few things I want to get straight, because the opponents of our plan are saying completely untrue and spurious things about the jobs that are being created. First, they're saying these jobs, well, they're mainly part-time. Wrong. In the last year, 80% of the rise in employment has been people working full-time. Then they say, well, these are all 0 hours contracts. They're not. Just one job in 50 is 0 hours. Then they tend to go on and say, well, all these jobs, they're obviously only being created in the southeast. Again, not true. Over 70% of the rise in private sector employment has been outside London. And the largest increase in employment, is it London? No. Is it the southeast? No. It's the northwest of our country. Then there are those who say, well, most of these jobs, they're going to foreigners. Actually, no, again. Over the past year, British people have made up 2/3 of the jobs growth that we've seen. But you know what makes me really angry about this? It's when our opponents still go on about you Tories, the party of the few and not the many. Excuse me? This is the party that's taken 3 million of the lowest paid workers out of income tax altogether. A party that's cut the tax of 26 million working people. That's seen 1,000 jobs created every day. Jobs that are giving families security, putting food on tables, helping people out of poverty. And what's more, I remember what they left. The record of debt and borrowing and economic chaos. And I remember whose record that hit the hardest. It was the poorest hit hardest when they lost their jobs, when the businesses they worked for went bust, when the dole queues got longer. That didn't help the many, that hurt the many. And this policy for more borrowing, more debt, more taxes, it would do the same thing all over again. Now, Labour are still threatening big tax hikes on businesses and more regulation. that they would undermine our economy with more borrowing and more debt. And I believe this would be the surefire way to destroy jobs, not to create them. And the facts bear that out. Under the first 5 years of this government, unemployment has fallen by 400 people a day. Under the last 5 years of the last government, unemployment went up by 600 people a day. So if Ed Miliband repeated the economic mistakes of the last Labour government that he was part of, he risks 1 million more people joining the dole queues. So this is the clear and major choice of this election. When it comes to jobs, do we keep on creating record numbers of jobs, or do we go back to the job losses, the redundancy notices, and the misery of mass unemployment? I really believe we're on the cusp of something special in our country. Full employment, a job for everyone who wants one.